tomorrow. It's history, and it's groundbreaking. It's a dream that becomes a reality. It's believing through all the stops along the way to the journey home. When it's in your DNA, it's always time to play ball.
Hey everyone, it's Book Shambi. Welcome to the show. Fans, and welcome. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll. Today's starting pitcher, Yu Darvish.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Ready to go? Up now for Milwaukee, Christian Yelich. The pitch. Foul ball there. Not even close there. Ball one. Wouldn't chase that time.
2-1.
Fought off foul. The pitch. That one to first. Steps on first for the out. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
If they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away. Jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
And now it's William Contreras. One out, base is empty. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. And here it comes. That one in the dirt. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Grounder off the pitcher. And they get the out after the ricochet. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
And now the right fielder, Sal Frelick. And ball one. And there's a ball. And they'll do it again. Swing and a pop-up. Kim under it. Makes the grab. And that is that. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. And we're back. And towing the slab, Freddie Peralta.
Very solid starters, able to repeat his mechanics on a consistent basis, which allows him to move through a lineup and get deep into a ball game.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the second baseman, Xander Bogaerts.
The second baseman.
Bogaerts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. On the inside corner for a strike. And the pitch. And he can't come up with it. But the throw to first gets him easily, and that's the first out. As we take a look at the Padres lineup. So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. to the right side. And they take care of Tatis for the out.
Batting third. The first baseman.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Right through there for a strike. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game.
Gathers and throws to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. End of 1, and we're still scoreless. And welcome back to the ballpark. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
Hoskins, in his 7th season, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Ball 1 there.
Ball 1, no strike.
That's in there, and it's 1-1. Eric Summerskill with home plate duty in this one. Kind of known for being generous with the corners, Chris.
You know, I think that used to be a lot bigger deal in past eras where pitchers were working more in and out with their pitches. But yeah, we'll see if those corners come into play in this one. Hey, no pitcher's going to argue at all.
And the right-hander deals. Fouls it off, still 1-2. On the ground. Kim with the throw to first. 1 out in the second.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Willie Adames stands in. The shortstop takes the ball. Fouled off down the right side. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
Line drive. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. Allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Garrett Mitchell up now for the Brewers. Just missed. With the go-ahead run at first, here at the top of the second. There's a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
The pitch. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Not in time. He's safe.
Back-to-back singles. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That does it for you, Darvish. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Jeremiah Estrada takes over on the mound.
Number 56, Jeremiah Estrada.
Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. That's in there. 0-1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
At the belt and fires. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A gigantic blast. And that's how they take the lead. It's 3-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
One down. This is Bryce Terang. And the first offering is not close. Still only one out here in the inning. Backed off the plate that time. Next offering is in for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Tom Cosgrove, a left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Morejon getting loose as well. And he deals. This to center field. Drifts towards it. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Batting up, the third baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Next for Milwaukee, Andrew Monasterio. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And that's ball 1. This one lifted in the air, left field. Makes a nice running catch. Into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Seattle Mariners going up against the Kansas City Royals. First pitch coming your way next. Coming up on the first pitch and on the hill in this one, Cole Reagans.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
J.P. Crawford, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
First pitch, 106.
And a pitch. Fouled off. He was late. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's a ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 1 down.
Well, he should get some fist bumps when he gets back into the dugout, because even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. And this is a long haul where you're trying to get that pitch count up as early as possible. So gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see what's working for this pitcher or not. But I tell you what, it's a nice job right there.
Julio Rodriguez, the next to hit, takes ball one.
No strike.
One down, base is empty. And now it's even up. Late that time, it's strike two.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Pulled the string on the changeup.
Now, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in the lineup to start an inning, you've got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Jorge Polanco, the next to hit, takes outside. Two outs. Right through there for a strike. Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-1. And that one fouled off.
Finish him.
The lefty fires. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. And another ball. Two down, nobody on. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Mitch Garver in the box now as he leaves that one up high. And another ball.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
With the go-ahead run at first, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Next offering is in for a strike.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A massive home run. And the Mariners have the lead. It's 2-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Two outs, nobody on. Cal Raleigh getting ready to hit. Just missed. The wind of the pitch. Swings and misses.
One ball,
And 1-1. Activity in the bullpen. Chris Stratton preparing to come on if needed. Schreiber getting cranked up as well. And now the lefty. And strike 2.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 come in on this Seattle homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here in Kansas City and on the hill, Luis Castillo.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
And to the plate for Kansas City, MJ Melendez.
No left field.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
The pitch. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Castillo, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And now 1-2.
It's a good take.
That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Not close with that one. 3-2 now. The wind of the pitch. To third, Urias. Tosses to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second.
And here now, the lineup for the Royals. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with 1 swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning. Everything shifts and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Bobby Witt Jr. now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Hopped up, foul territory behind the plate. And Witt is out. And there's 2 down.
Batting third. The catcher.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. That one the other way. And foul ball. The 0-1.
Ball. Bam.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. On the ground to short. Can't glove it cleanly. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score.
Looked to me like he kind of let the ball play him instead of playing the ball. And it just ate him off. The hands get stiff. And even the best infielders make these kinds of mistakes. You just have to learn from it and move on.
2 outs, runner at first. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. Swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Pitch misses there, and that is ball one. Fastball for a strike. Kicks and fires. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Kicks and deals. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Rodriguez heads towards it. He's got it. And the inning is over. Royals lead one. They trail things here 2-0. Welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second. Chris Stratton.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now the first baseman, Ty France.
The first baseman, number 23, Ty France.
And a pitch. That one misses. 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
And the righty deals.
Ball 2.
Next pitch in for a strike. Now 2-1. And another ball.
1 strike.
Three 1 is on the way. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
3-2.
In the air out towards right center. Isbell sizes this one up. Makes the catch for the out.
Batting seven, the left fielder,
Luke Raley up next for the Mariners.
Raley.
And a good eye there. Swing and a miss.
We often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I think he was sitting off speed though.
And that's outside, and it's 2-2. One down, base is empty. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now batting Mitch Haniger. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw, tag, out. What a throw by Salvador Perez.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the second. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
2 outs. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Pasquantino has a beat on it and makes the grab. And that is. Cincinnati, great American ballpark and a city steeped in baseball history. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the Cincinnati Reds. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And towing the slab here, Hunter Green.
Well, it's a 3-pitch mix in the repertoire for this starter. He's going to have to command all 3 if he's going to have success on the hill today.
Okay, all set to go. Here's the Cardinal DH, Brendan Donovan. The pitch. That one missed. There's a strike. Swing and a ball popped up. Settles underneath it. He makes the grab. 1 down. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Righty delivers.
Ball.
Man at first, 1 away. And a swing and a miss.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Here goes the runner. Right side, hard hit. Throws to second for one. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Now it'll be the Reds' turn. No score. Here in Cincinnati, our starting pitcher in this one, it's Sonny Gray. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
In now for the Reds, Matt McClain. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. McClain measures 5 feet 8 inches, hitting leadoff in today's game. A former first-round pick in 2021. Bounced out to short, win. Gets it to first, and a quick out number 1. Here's David Bell's lineup for the Cincinnati Reds. Singy, we're looking at a really young lineup here, so not much experience, but it also means they're going to bring a lot of energy to the table most days.
Well, we're in a golden age of young players. I mean, these players, they're getting up to the majors. They're dominating from a young age, bringing home plenty of hardware early in their careers. I mean, before they even get to free agency. So, you know, when you consider all of that, I love seeing the kind of energy that a team like this brings to the yard every day in and day out.
One down, base is empty. That one not close. Now 2-0. And there's a ball.
Rio.
And the 3-0 finds the zone. And not close. Easy take, ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
So up next, Spencer Steer. It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball 1. De La Cruz over at first with 1 away. Check swing, but he went too far. And that is strike 1.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
And the pitch. Runner on the move. There's a ball. Contreras throws. Not in time. It's a stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Next offering is in for a strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
The 2-2 now. Jamer Candelario waiting for a turn at the plate. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Now Now batting Jamer Candelario. Not even close there. Ball one. Man at second. That's in there, and it's 1-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Andre Palante, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Kittredge also getting red. Runner at second, 2 down. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Reds leave one, scoreless after 1. Here at Great American Ballpark, all set for the start of the inning. Here's Nolan Arenado. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Green back to work. And that one fouled off.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a gold glove, if not a platinum glove.
0-2 now. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Gassed it right by him. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right-hander kick steals. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. Wouldn't chase that time. Nolan Gorman up next for the Cardinals. The pitch. There's a strike. And now 3 in a row.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
One down, base is empty. Inside ball 4. And here comes David Bell as he's ready to make the change and go to his bullpen. Hunter Green out of the game, just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. New pitcher for the Reds, Ian Gibaut.
Number 79, Ian Gibaut.
One down, runner at first. Here's Nolan Gorman. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0. Left-hand hitter waits.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
And fouled off. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss. Him out. He swung over top of the curveball.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
And now Jordan Walker. Top of the zone for a called strike. And that one fouled off. Got him. And that is that. Thanks for joining us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Houston Astros. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. About to get started here. And on the hill here today, Framber Valdez.
The spin rate on the curveball is incredible. Hitters know they're going to see a lot of them today. Stay back, be patient, and hit the ball the other way.
Ready to go now. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Parker Meadows.
The center fielder, Parker Meadows.
As the lefty gets to work. Ball one low. The 1-1 is fouled off. The pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And here it comes. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths it's not just the pitcher, it's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Diaz drifts towards it, brings it in, and there's 2 down. And now the Tigers line up for manager A.J. Hinch. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
And another ball.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 out, space is empty. Breaking ball inside, and the count's full.
Got a full count.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Tigers are shut down there, and now the Astros go to work for the first time. No scores. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in Houston, so here's the lefty, Eric Skubal.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Bottom of the first, Jose Altuve updated here. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Oh, this guy is so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And now the count is even.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where pitchers would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
The lefty fires. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now it's Alex Bregman. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. And he deals. Altuve gets his lead at first with nobody out. He fouls it off. Will do it again. Here comes a pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Into the outfield, base hit. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Here's Jordan Alvarez, and that one is in for a strike. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. This one chopped to first. Over to Baez. A 3-6-1 double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Jose Abreu up to hit. Here's a rocket to right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that will end the inning. One left for Houston. Scoreless after one. Back here at Minute Maid Park. Top of the second.
And pitcher, what you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate. Try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And it finds its way through for a hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Everything came together for him. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, cut out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
No outs. Runner at first. Stepping in, Mark Canha. That clips the zone. That's strike one. And down the lefty. And that one missing low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson. A consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Kicks and fires. That one ran inside, almost got him.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
With the go-ahead run at first, here at the top of the second. Leads at the bender for the strikeout.
Really good, hard bite to that breaking ball for the strikeout right there. I mean, he was able to bury it down in the zone, and that's throwing the pitch with conviction. Good thing for the pitcher, he's not going to miss in the zone, and that's where you get hurt. Excellent execution with 2 strikes. That could be a big weapon for him in this start.
And now the rookie second baseman. Colt, runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw to second. Save.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Carpenter, the runner at second with 1 away. Check swing, went around, and the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, it's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or a Uncle Johnny. You can see it's not a moving slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Gio Urshela steps in. And a curve is down and in. It's even up. Action in the pen down there. Parker Mashinsky up and loosening in the pen. Montero also throwing. No score here in the second. Ground ball up the middle. Altuve swings to first. That's the Seaver Way. Welcome to the home of the New York Mets. This is Citi Field. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about to get underway, and on the hill, a soft tossing lefty, just like you, Chris, Jose Quintana.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
All right, ready to go here. Here's Nico Hoerner.
Nico Hoerner.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers outside, and this one is off and running.
First pitch, 107.
High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If you can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
And it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
And the batter now, Seiya Suzuki. Right through there for a strike. At the belt and fires. To first, might be two. Quick feed to second for one. Out in the toss to the pitcher. It's a 3-6-1 double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Ian Happ up to hit. A switch hitter batting right. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs, base is empty. And that clips the inside corner.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
That one ripped. And it's out of here. He'll circle the bases, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Base is empty with 2 away. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
No ball. One strike.
And there's a foul ball. A wind and a pitch. And ball one.
It's a good take.
One run across in the frame so far, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. And a pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Cubs get one on the solo shot. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy and today's starting pitcher, Justin Steele.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
We go to the bottom of the first. Here's Brandon Nimmo. The wind of the pitch. And that misses off the outside edge. The 1-0. That one drifts inside.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
And the pitch. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The pitch. Wouldn't chase that time.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Jeff McNeil waiting to hit for the Mets. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Kicks and deals. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Three-two now. And there's a base hit to the left. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
No outs. Runner at first. Fouled off. He was late. Nimmo gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
0-2 now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
You can see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Base hit right field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
First and second, no outs. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Francisco Lindor. And that one upstairs. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
So 2 balls and no strikes. And another ball. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And there's the automatic. And that'll load the bases.
Well, that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Bases loaded, nobody out. And stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. Swings and misses. 0-1. Late swing, fouled off.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up or something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Corner to second. There's one. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin kill.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play is kind of a rally killer.
Starling Marte up to hit. That smash towards center. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. That is the inning. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 1 inning in the books here. All tied 1-1. Welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second. Drew Smith. Swanson stands in.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
That's outside, and that's ball 1. Liner caught at second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Christopher Morel in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Action in the Mets bullpen. Shintaro Fujinami appears to be getting loose. Lopez getting loose as well. Swings through that.
1-1.
Matthew, stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Fought off foul.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. When he's out in front there, just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's Yan Gomes. First offering, and it just misses. All tied up here at the top of the second. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2-0.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two now. Out towards right center field. Bader sizing it up. He's got it, and that'll do it. Rate Field on the south side of Chicago. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Detroit Tigers going up against the Chicago White Sox. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And today's starting pitcher, Eric Fetty.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
That one fouled off.